you guys. So we're going to take a look and see where your current choices are leading you at this time. Let's see. Let's take a look and see. Okay. First thing that comes up, it feels like really leaning into living your truth. I get from there, both of these women's expression in these cards, I get a sense of like a sereneness, an understanding of listening to your heart, listening to your soul, listening to the truth of what you know is best for you over anything else, listening to the echo of the spirit within you, what that part of you is wanting for yourself, leaning into that, strongly leaning into it. You may be to yourself at this time. You may be really just kind of have stepped away from the people in your life or in your environment and are really just spending some time with yourself, some time with your soul, and just really just becoming more and more who you're truly meant to be. Possibly releasing anxieties, releasing fears, and just becoming more, basking more in yourself. That's the energy that comes up here. You making the choice to choose you, choose your inner truth, listening to what your soul wants for you. I get some understanding of like this is a new path for you, and you're really just like it really feels like it's a new commitment to self. It's a new commitment to self, but it feels right to you. And I get that it really is, there's this strong understanding of I realize that I lost myself in all of these things that don't matter, and I'll never do that again. Like there really is this fire, like you may have really burned down this old understanding behind you of just doing what others thought was best for you, or leaning into other people's understandings for you, and you're done with that. I am going to give to me. I'm going to trust me to guide. I'm going to trust my soul self to know what's best, the soul understanding within me. I'm going to trust my connection to spirit. I'm going to move toward what my creator wants for me, my inner understanding wants for me. I'm going to trust that. And you see these women, both of their eyes are closed. So it's like, maybe I can't see where this is going to head me, but I have to trust it. It feels so right. It feels so true. It feels like the right choice for myself. And I just want better for me. I just want peace. I just want to bask in this and really be immersed in this understanding for myself. Yeah. And again, maybe this has started some fires, with other people that are like, how dare you, or you shouldn't do that, or that's not the right way to go. But, you're just like, let it burn. It has to burn away. And you're understanding that may be what's necessary, maybe what's necessary. You're finally accepting that, letting these old understandings burn away and just really just leaning more into you. Let's see. Okay, so focusing on an inner understanding for yourself, and you see, you're focusing on your path, putting yourself together again, healing you. There are things that maybe you've needed to balance out and heal within yourself. It just talks about, I really feel a sense of you really getting to know yourself and the puzzle pieces of you. Figuring out how to put you together in the best way and the most stable, most structured, most foundational understanding for yourself. Yeah, you're turning inwards. That's what you're focused on. Seeing the truth of where you need to go for you despite what anybody says. And that shows up as being the right path for you. Spirit is very much like happy that you're leaning into this understanding. And it's really just saying, don't worry about those other things that are on fire. Like let those things burn down. It's like this understanding, even in a sense, if you feel like there's been a understanding of you things in your life have been set on fire in the way that have been hard to deal with. Spirit speaks about it being like the phoenix rising from the ashes. So it just really shows up as this is what's necessary. This ending is a new beginning. That old understanding must burn away so that the new you can be revealed, the new understanding. Yeah. It's a rebirth more than anything. Yeah. there are going to be a lot of creative understandings that come from you leaning into yourself. And I really am getting less pull towards this and more pull towards this understanding here. You just go with the flow, just going with it. That's what it is. You're going to, it's a crazy path. You may feel like there's this loops and loops of understanding. It's a lot. It's intense, but it's right. And you're going in this path, clearing yourself the way that you are, releasing yourself from these old understandings the way that you are, and going with the flow of what Spirit has for you at this time. It really, really is going to bring you so much better understanding, so much more creativeness, and how you reflect your world into being. There's going to be a lot that comes from you that could assist the world, that could assist just the people in your life that maybe you stepped away from at this time. Yeah. There are new understandings, new creative understandings that are igniting within you because you chose to walk away and just really, really bask in learning yourself and putting you together, understanding you more, releasing and healing you, and really, really just focusing on that for a while. So yeah, like this energy shows up as being exactly what's necessary for you to step into the best and highest understanding for yourself. And there may be many people that feels like you're crazy for doing this. You're wrong, or you are really, really messing your life up in some way. But Spirit is saying you're doing the right thing, and what they are existing in is a shallow understanding. It's a shallow understanding, and it's not lasting. It's not lasting, but they can't see that. They feel like if they can touch it, they can feel it, it's stable. And this understanding of security is an illusion, So you are taking the step to free yourself from that illusionary security, and just finally deciding to trust your soul, and understanding that you just crumbled away the illusion of security quicker, or a lot sooner than if you had just let it happen by never stepping into your truth on your own. Because make no mistake, it was always going to happen. This burning down, this understanding of those what was built off of ego fear, really, what was built off of, wanting to feel like you were in control of everything, that was always going to burn away. That was always going to come down. But it could have taken, decades more of you sitting in that energy to finally come to the point that you're at now. And you just chose to nix all of that in the bud and be like, you know what? I'm going to finally follow my truth before it gets to that. So that's really what the case. And these other individuals, they're taking what they feel like they're on the right path. But in actuality, they're taking the path, the slower understanding towards what's going to eventually come. They're eventually going to have to do what you're doing. They're eventually going to have to go through that, But all in divine timing, it's their own timing, it's their choice. They're choosing to stand in that false, secure understanding, and you're just like, no, I understand that this isn't it, and I'm going to bask in that. I'm going to step into the truth of what I need to do for myself now versus a later understanding. Instead of sitting in this false illusion for decades, and it's still coming back to me having to do what I'm doing now. Yeah, so it really is just showing up as you're releasing yourself. Now the other energy is coming around again. You're releasing yourself more gently. It may not feel gentle, but it could be a lot worse than what's going to come for these other individuals who are just refusing. They hear their soul calling to them to change, and they're like, no, this feels secure. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to really hold on to this understanding. I can't. I'm too afraid. You're letting go of that and releasing, and they are going to eventually have to go through that, but it may be decades later, and they still going to have to go through this process. You're just choosing to do it now. Okay, let me see if there's anything coming in from the tarot pertaining to this. Let's see what comes up here. Spirit says that at this time, if you feel alone in this, trust that you're not. It's asking you to spend time with it. It knows that this new path may be scary, even though you know it's right. That doesn't mean that you aren't afraid, And it just wants you to know that this is about you truly being in control of your life, truly being able to lead your own life. How do you gain control? You give it up. You give up control first and allow your soul to teach you how to truly have control, because you have not necessarily been doing that. You may have been allowing ego fears to lead you. You may have been allowing other people's opinions and understandings to lead you, and now you're giving up control. The thing about it is that if you allowed those understandings to lead you, if you allowed all of that, and we all do it, we all go through that understanding. It's just a part of the cycle of, our life journey in some sense. So if you stood in that, or when you stood in that energy, guess what? All of that has to fall away. All of that has to break down so that you can rebuild anew with you leading your life versus the other understandings that may have built this up. So don't think of this as, don't think of this as like an understanding of like all of this is falling away or this breaking down is bad. No, this was all built off false illusionary understandings, and you are now being taught how to lead your life truly, how to really have control of your life. And some of that is just about giving up control to what really, really knows what's best for you anyway. And it's a lot less stressful. You had so much burden on your back when you were trying to be the one that figured everything out just on your own and all this other understanding. And now when you accept it, I don't have to hold it all. I can just trust that my creator, I can close my eyes and know that my creator is not going to let me down or let me fall. And it's going to give me the understanding of how to move forward, trusting that it's going to tell me when I need to move right or when I need to move left. And all I have to do is really clear myself to hear the voice, the echo of that understanding within me loudly. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be okay. And it's so much more freeing than standing in this energy of I have to hold on to everything and do all of this myself. You are not alone in this. Your creator's here with you. And I heard this in a song one time. How are you ever alone in a room with God? And that's the truth. You are never alone. But you had to, basically step away from all that understanding to finally see that truth. Finally see that your creator is there with you, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they all are there to assist you and help you. And you just had to, kind of step away from standing too heavily in all of that physicality so that you can see and bask in that understanding so that they could teach you, so that spirit could teach you how to lead your own life, how to truly do it in a way that is stable and really, really more secure because you built it with spirit, you built it with your creator. And if you built it with your creator in mind, or if you built it with what created you, it knows the best way for it to stand for generations, for eons, for all time, and not fall down. So this will ripple out and affect your descendants in a way of emotional fulfillment because you made this choice. And in that understanding, you can teach them how to grow and live and move forward and trust their soul understanding. And over, generation after generation, it will be passed on in a better, more emotionally balanced understanding versus them having to go through this understanding. In some ways, that's healing generational trauma that's, or not passing on any generational trauma understandings because you are doing the work at this time to follow your truth and really, really trusting your creator and what it has for you, how it's wanting you to lead, how it's wanting to lead you versus standing in an illusionary understanding. Is there anything else? Yeah. Your new beginning is assured. Like, it's not that after all this fire, after everything has burned away, nothing will grow. More will grow. Like this understanding is about this understanding is about rebirth for you. It's about growing something abundant for yourself. Yeah, like this, there is a sense of success here. It's just about you being taught how to best lead yourself or best lead your life from a more truthful place versus a more ego-centered or ego-fearing place, And I do really get a strong sense that whatever's going on in this process with you at this time, it is going to lead to possibly some business understanding or something that is being built that's going to be very beneficial in assisting the world around you, however the case may be. Okay. But I think that's all I have for you at this time. I hope this message resonates, and if it doesn't, I hope you find what does.